Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Grand Rising. It is Thursday, beautiful morning, September the 18th. Yep, the 18th.
Mhm.
Been moving right along. We got like a little over a week and a half before it's gonna be, my daughter already got she's a Halloween.
Halloween. She getting ready already.
I don't know if you noticed the wall queen when you came in, but over on the other side of the living room, she got the Halloween stuff up. That's all year long. That is all year long. So
Okay.
so
Hmm.
that's what she does. So yes, today first we're going to start off with our message from the millionaire Moses.
You want to introduce yourself and
Oh my goodness, you need to know who I am. My name is Evelyn Pinkard, aka Mama Evelyn, and I am a facilitator of art.
Mhm.
Bring out the artist in you because everybody can do some art. Everybody,
Mhm.
everybody. So yes. Um. So yeah, we're gonna just flip through here and see what our message is for the day because it is always right on time. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This says how she brought about reconciliation of two friends. Okay. By holding up those who seem difficult with your affirmative thoughts and words, you help them to overcome whatever has made them difficult.
Mhm.
Hmm. During the 7 week Lenten period, Lenten period, a woman decided to pray for two of her neighbors. They had not spoken to each other for several years. Daily she blessed them and pictured them in the light. It worked. One day, just prior to Easter, she looked out her window and saw those women happily chatting with each other as though nothing had ever been wrong between them. Okay. I'm gonna read the next one too. Well, the next one's kind of long. Well, I think that's good for today
Yeah, let me.
because
I went like this is because I just saw that happen.
did you?
Yeah, I did. Wow. My sister, the youngest one,
Mm-hmm.
and her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
there was a break. It was break, but it was at the last. So here it is. My sister had an aneurysm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got to be 20 something years ago, about 20 years ago.
Okay.
And she had one daughter, and she was turning four, right. She was turning, she's going right into her puberty
Mm-hmm.
and lost her mom because her mom, when the aneurysm hit, it touched the mothering instinct in her when they opened, it went into her brain.
Okay.
And it affected her relationship and how she saw, and she would see things and that wasn't there. Anyway, so years and years and years, and that the family had to really deal with them and helping them and stuff. It came to a point where no communication and all that kind of stuff. Yet we are a family that you must respect your elder. And so
Mm-hmm.
we had to go back and forth. Anyway, last week, mm, 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 there was a major breakthrough. I won't go through all the drama of it, but there's a major breakthrough where it hurt both of them. And then there was a cry out for help, help. We're about to end. I don't want to deal with her, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, there was a breakthrough where the mom communicated with her daughter on her birthday wrote her a letter to apologize with what had just happened because it was pretty deep. And it broke it through. And she's and my niece was like, I love her. I love my mom. And sometimes you can love somebody and not want to deal with them because of stuff. It's always
Mm-hmm.
I'm around there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a total breakthrough where that pain was able to come forth and that it's all good. And we're just so happy about that.
Right.
God can do anything. But there's a scripture that says it talks about praying in the spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it says you should pray in the spirit because you don't know what to pray for as you ought. You ought to pray for them, but you don't know what it is. You may think, oh, they just need to do this, right? They just need to
Mm-hmm.
do that. And the Holy Ghost is dealing with something you don't even know about. So
Right.
anyway, that breakthrough, but before the breakthrough, there's that one thing that you're willing to go through for yourself, and then God can bring forth the light in it. Anyway, so what you was reading today was just so appropriate because we are so happy that that has happened because it
Mm-hmm.
affects more than just you.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it affects everybody. It affects more than you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're just ecstatic about that because
Yeah.
finally the daughter said, I want to be with her. I want her in my life and stuff. And that last thing that she had done, that was
Mm-hmm.
the break. That was the break. And whew, God is good.
Yeah. All
You
the
know,
time.
you
All the
just gotta
time.
still keep loving, still keep loving.
Yeah. Okay. Well, today, and um today we're going to talk about making earrings and wrapping them. Um uh I finally got the earrings like the one that you don't have on today. These are the blanks that I got. Oh, there we go. Yes, see. And isn't the fabric soft? It's not stiff or anything, right? It's soft. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's a coating of anything on there. It's just
Mm-mm.
the
No,
fabric.
it's just
And you know what? That's so weird because I can tell by looking at it. I
yeah,
can tell by looking at it because I don't know if you can tell by looking at these smaller ones. I decoupage this, and it just has a rough feeling. And
okay,
yeah, I like the fact that the fabric is soft.
yeah,
So when we're wrapping circles, this is something I developed. I want to say is that when you're wrapping, because I wanted to say that this is one of those tubes that I use when I'm making my, this holds my jewelry, my copper in here. Make these little cups that hold my paintbrushes and my pencils and so this is the tube I use, and they come smaller, they come bigger, and this is very thick. This is this is at least a fourth of an inch thick, I want to say, and I got these from Arts and Scraps, and I had a whole. I gave them to Nawili. I had a bag. It had to be over a, 1,000. And the gentleman that works at the African World Museum, I was doing bracelets for the Watoto village. And I had different sizes. I had him cut them down into inch and a half pieces. And so you can kind of put it on your arm and it's a bangle, right? So I was wrapping them, and so I said, this fabric needs to be stretchy. Now, usually cotton is not stretchy per se, but when you cut it on the bias, when you cut and cutting it on the bias, I'm going to show you what that looks like. It all depends on how big the piece of fabric is. So this isn't that big, but I can still, if I wanted to cut some on the bias, I could. Let me see. What you do is you take a square of fabric and you make a triangle out of it. Can you see that? Let me cut. And this is one of the traditional patterns of African fabric that I fell in love with when I first started, uh, learning about African fabric. So this is like a square, and you're gonna take the seam to seam and make it into like a bandana. Okay. So when you do that, this part here becomes stretchy. You see? That's why I love if you ever seen you remember waiting to exhale when they were on the beach and Loretta Devine's character had on that beautiful, beautiful dress. If you look at it, it is cut on the bias, it is tie-dyed, and it is fabulous. And this guy lives on an island off of Boston, and he made that. And yeah, so when cutting on the bias flatters every figure because it makes it flow. So it makes it stretchy. And then what you do is you take your ruler, usually I take a ruler and a mat, and you just kind of, I usually measure and then my rotary cutter and cut, you know. And so then you have this stretchy piece of cotton. And I usually, when you're gonna wrap something, it's cotton. I use cotton. You can use anything you want to use, but I'm a cotton girl. I'm a pure fabric girl. So I was sitting here and I wanted to replicate Queen's earrings. So um first of all, I had to get the blanket. I love these. I love wood. I don't know why I have a penchant for wood. But so I knew I had to cut this on the bias. And I had cut it into strips like this. So this is like half an inch, a little over, like 5/8 of an inch wide. But when I put it on, it it didn't seem it looked too thin to me. And usually also when you cut cotton on the bias, you don't have as much you don't have raveling really. Um, so this looks okay. But I like yours, Queen. So I said I want the fabric to be a little thicker, a little more substantial. So then I cut this into is this 1.5 inch strips? Yes, 1.5 inch strips is what I cut it into. So this is 1.5 inch, and I wanted the edge. I didn't want the edges out, even if they don't fray. I didn't want them out. I wanted it a nice folded edge. So then I folded over in half, and I pressed it. And then after I did that, then I took one half of the one side and I pressed it in and put it into the fold. And I just kind of ran along because this is a wool pressing mat. Love this. I love it. I love it. Because I don't like ironing boards. I know that's crazy. I don't like ironing boards because ironing boards tip over. You know, I like ironing tables that are more sturdy. So I fold this over and then fold this in so it comes toward the end. So then it looks like this. So the ends are folded in, and this is a nice folded edge, and then press it down. And that, I did that. So it's still stretchy. And I was thinking, okay, so I really don't want to use hot glue because it's kind of bulky, even though it's fast. I want it to be as smooth as possible. So when you're wrapping around a circle, you want to come in at an angle. So I'm gonna cut that little piece off, but it's still gonna be at an angle, if you can see that. And it can start like here. This is like really get it at an angle like that. And then so I was saying, and I didn't want to use hot glue. So I can use regular glue, and then I have these clips. These are fabric clips, and if you don't have those, you can have the bull nose clips. And then you can glue it right here, and then I'm not going to glue this one, but you just start wrapping. And you see where the hole is. You're going to have to, where the hole is, and you'll have to punch that out later. But you just start wrapping at an angle. And see that to me, that looks like the earrings that you wear, Queen. And I wrap it really tight. And then maybe after a few wraps, you may put a little dot of glue and put another clip.
So, Mama Evelyn, why would you not start on the other side of the hole?
Well, you're gonna have to cover up the hole anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to cover it up anyway because you want it a smooth wrap. And you can take a pen because you sort of know where that hole is. Yep, it's right there.
Okay.
Because you're gonna find it. There's no, and even if these didn't have a hole in it, you could still. I have a Dremel, and I have small drills.
Mm-hmm.
You can drill your own hole.
Okay.
Okay, and that's what you would have to do with these because, with these are so thin that but I have really small drill bits, and you would drill a hole because I did that here. I drilled a hole in there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So and these I was just gonna show you these. I had got these because these are just little round. I don't know what you use them for. You use them for anything. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but you can get them like this, and so I made these earrings out of that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Didn't we do these a long time ago?
No,
No,
no.
I did these somewhere because it started unraveling and I grabbed that glue, of which it, like you said, it's bulky. You wouldn't know it if,
Yeah.
you were just seeing it, but it seemed like maybe a year, 2 years ago or something, we made these. Yeah. I think.
I I don't remember doing that.
Mm-mm. Well, maybe it was with Mama Hip.
Maybe so.
I remember making these.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So, you continue to wrap, and my strips, because I'm, conserving my fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna run out soon as I
Mm-hmm.
wrap around.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to kind of end on the same side you began with, and then you're just going to start with another piece at an angle. But I would, clean that up, cut those off, but continue to wrap around. And I like this fabric. It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So I was looking at those ear wires. Now, I have the ear wires because I bought a kit. So, but like I said, oh, yeah, I had put aside some beads. I'm all ready, y'all. I'm ready for the earring class. I'm ready. They're in this box somewhere. But I have, because I got the kit, because I was looking for the jump rings. So the jump rings that come with a earring making kit, that had all the other um shapes in them. Like I bought this kit that had, these are smaller earrings that had these shapes in there. Had these shapes in there. So the earring, the jump rings that came with these were smaller. And I knew that wasn't going to work. So I purchased in several different colors a larger jump ring. Can you see that? My hand. Have something.
Yeah, there you go.
So you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these are like 12 millimeter. So I knew I wanted them bigger. And so the way you open a jump ring is you have two pair of pliers. It doesn't matter whether they're square or bullnose, it doesn't matter. But you find you really can't see it, but right here is where the opening is. And you put one on one side, one on the other, and you twist it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So it opens up.
Yeah. So if you can see that, you really need a black.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And then you can put it into the earring. Let me make it a little bigger. So I did this to make it easier for those who, oh, come on. Okay. And then you close it back up. And see, then it'll fit around that fabric. Yeah. So it's right there on there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is for those who, if you want to do it like this, because I'm giving you a choice. But because it's me, and you coming home from the club from singing, And you haven't taken earrings off there, but you take it off the clothes first, and people lose their earrings, and I do reconstruction of, like you don't have to have earrings that match and stuff like that. So I have these little, remember these shapes that come in my, with the make and takes, these, yeah, I love these. So
Yes.
I
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
yeah. So for these, a circle would not be conducive, really. Not unless it would have to be an even bigger jump ring than this, because these are about a fourth of an inch wide. Yeah, they're about a fourth of an inch wide. So I made my own jump ring, kind of a kind of a triangle with a heavy gauge wire. You see that?
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And so this is not going to come off. And then when you, so I might as well do it right now. Let me get a piece of wire. Um, just use it in here. I got my copper here because I'm really getting into copper now. So this is like an 18 gauge wire, and I like working with the thicker gauges. The gauge that goes through your earring is usually a 20 gauge, so that's a thin wire. But some people can take a larger wire, and I just like them. Um, but okay, there you go. Okay, so if I so this is like the beginning. This is so it'll swing, so it'll have some movement because you don't want it stiff. Um, so I'm gonna make the ear wire. Now, this is how long is this? I always make them a little bigger just to give me enough wiggle room. So this is about 4 inches, but you can even go down to 3 inches if you wanted to. Okay. Um, so I go down about 1.25 inches, and I bend it over to a 90-degree angle like that, like that. And then I take my round nose pliers. These are my round nose, like that. And I put it up in the jaws like that. Can you see?
Mama Evelyn, lay that black over all the stuff that's underneath, so we
Okay.
can only see the yeah the black. Just keep it down on the
Okay.
yeah. Then we right. Thanks.
Okay. So, and you see the way I have it, I have the pliers like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I take this shorter end and I'm going to pull it back toward me all the way around and down like this. Can you see how it's pulled all the way around where it's perpendicular with this one?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to reposition the pliers so that it's like this. You see that?
Yes.
And I'm going to take that shorter end and I'm going to pull it all the way so it's 90 degrees.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it looks like this.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then you take any flat nose ply, and I'm going to grab that first. Before I do that, I'm going to open this up a little bit, just a little bit, just enough, just like you do when you're doing the regular jump rings. Just twist it open, and I'm going to place this onto place it onto the connected to the earring part. Okay. Okay. And I have bent nose pliers, which kind of make it a little easier when working in certain areas. So these are bent nose pliers. And with the bent nose pliers, I'm going to grab, I'm going to grab right here. So I'm holding that circle that I created, that, and this wire here, I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to wrap it. And if you just wrap it a couple of times, you're good. And you get them close together. You got to mash that down so you don't scratch yourself. So then, if you can see, that's what it looks like. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not going anywhere. This is not coming off.
Mm-mm.
It is not coming off. Okay, so this is your ear wire. And I have, these are called bale pliers. And they have two different sizes. And so I take the smaller end and I have it toward me. And I have it right up against where I wrapped it. So I'm going to bend it toward me just a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to take it and push it away from me around the bigger bale. And then I can tweak it a little more if I want to. And then there you have your ear wire. Can you see it? And then I'm going to cut. You cut it, you don't want it too long. So I cut it off to a good, a good length. And I always have a jar nearby where you put your copper scraps. Okay. So also you have some fine grit sandpaper, and I just wrapped it around a piece of a paint stirrer stick that I cut off, and I'm just gonna smooth those edges. I do have what's called it's like a little cup, and you put it on the end of the Dremel, and it's called a burr, and it takes all the rough edges off. That's just a lot of trouble. That's just an extra thing, but yeah, and make sure it's smooth enough. Yeah. So that's going to be part of the class is I teach you how I make my ear wire, because I just think the ear wire that comes with kits and stuff is just, those they're for like your grandbaby, granddaughter. They're for her little ears, not for grown women ears. So yeah, but and then that's where you will finish these off. And yeah, because I just think it's going to be fun to make our own earrings.
That is so cool.
It is. I love it. I'm going to finish these up though. I'm going to finish these up today. But I am working on my dowels. I'm working on my dowels for the dowel show because I got to get busy.
Yeah, that's coming in when?
November.
Oh, no. Yeah, it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm working on the Biomi dowels,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm putting my little saying on there. She
Yes.
some jewelry. I realized she don't have any jewelry other than the little ankh around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun making these.
Yeah, I see.
The little ankh.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course she can hang up, but she needs some jewelry around the arms there. And I put on her, woman am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm working on those. And
I have a show and tell.
you do?
I
What
do.
you been working on? What
I
you been
do.
working
I
on?
do. I do. Mm,
I do love when people just go off on their own and just create.
okay, let me see, remove your pen. And I'm going to put myself
Just
with you.
out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna put a background so you can see it. Well, first I'm gonna do just show it.
Fans. Oh, okay.
And so you can. Oh, it's very nice.
Wow. That is so cool.
Oh, I see something has moved. Okay, I'm gonna have to see that. Yeah.
You paint the fan? Or was it that color? You
Mm.
painted it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, teacher, teacher.
Hey, Sharonda. I don't know whether you're working or not.
Yep.
Thank you for the information on the vendings. I do appreciate you keeping us updated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was this first.
Okay.
And then it's well, I know it's one of those one thing at a time. Okay, what next? Oh, okay, should I? Or, yeah, but I took it up to the shop to see
Mm-hmm.
where I would put it. And one day I'm gonna be like what's the brother the artist that we were trying to get on was working.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna be doing those big old things and
um, are you signing your work?
my hoodie what?
Are you signing it?
I will. That was the thing.
Okay.
I said,
You can
okay, I
either
gotta.
sign it or you can, because what I do, I make little tags, little fabric tags, because my stuff is fabric, but I make little tags and I sign the little. I did. I used to. But I do sign it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I realized I wasn't signing my stuff.
Saying your stuff, who gonna know? Or somebody will say that they did it. When we first started braiding, we found out that people, somebody, they were using our pictures, other salons,
When you first started your what?
braiding hair.
Someone else was
Taking
using your
pictures.
pictures?
And they were going in because our clients would say that our pictures were at some salon when they walked in. So it was I mean, they weren't trying to steal. They just saw just like you see something. So, oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna use that. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I took it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So
Oh, well, they were just, so they were they saying they could do that because
as
they
long
could,
as they're not saying they did it,
oh, yeah, but they could say they
because
could do it.
these are
Something
different
we can
styles that we
replicate.
could. Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
Yep, so I'm considering what's next. I had
Mm.
nothing to do. I didn't want to do any brain work
Mm-hmm.
except for figuring out what is next. Got my big table, set it right here, put my music on, and I was in my world.
Okay, okay. Well, Queen, you're perfectly welcome to come over here and grab some of the wood pieces and you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And what I like to do with like I said, where did it go? All this little space, and I lose stuff. But the wood I like to, like I said, I oh, fell over here. I like to paint with like my finger or claw because it just comes out smoother,
Mm-hmm.
and you can blend better. And I like matte paint because you can always shine it up if you want to with a top.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I love gouache. I love acrylic gouache. And it's just a matte acrylic and it just blends so nicely on this wood. It's just so nice. And
Mm.
I was playing around with, you know, just yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, Star would love that. That blue.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah, and then you had those earrings where you have the Kwanzaa candles on there. Don't you have those earrings? Or is that you? Yeah, don't you have some earrings with the Kwanzaa candles?
No, no, I don't. I know that I
Who
don't
has the
have.
earrings with the Kwanzaa candles?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody I see wears them, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sure.
No, I'm positive.
Okay. All right. But I mean, you can because I got little brushes and you can hand paint stuff on here or
Mm-hmm.
stencils. I got so many stencils, it's not even funny.
See.
You really can't see this stencil turned out lighter than I wanted it,
Yeah.
but um I've got stencils. And I've got those stencils that I can't put my hand on them now. That they're like protection. Yeah.
These were just given to me just recently to me,
Oh, okay.
but that's not the what you were talking about though.
No, no. The ones with the Kwanzaa candles where the middle one is black and then you have the red and
No, I don't have that. Mm-mm.
somebody I know be wearing.
Maybe I'm going to run into them and then I will buy them.
That may be so. That may be so. Well,
So on this one, I have to do something on the back because I do not like the white on the back of these things. You know, it's always turning around, and
yes,
what are they seeing?
that's why I always put something on the back of my earring. That's why it's always double-sided. And you know who put me onto that? It was when I started doing my earrings.
Mm-hmm.
I was using the shrink plastic, and it was Mama Cynthia, Goddess Cynthia. She had this. Remember, she had the Goddess store right there down the street from your shop on the corner
Oh yeah, yeah,
for a
yeah.
while. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. She said you got to put something on the back because you're constantly flipping.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
so I started putting the Dinker symbols on there or stamping something on, anything. And then, yeah. So that's
Only,
why these are double-sided because,
yeah.
you know, people can,
Not only that, when people looking, they turn around, they still can see something beautiful. It's not just that white,
yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
looks like it's not complete.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love my earrings because, they're such conversation pieces.
Yes, it is.
You're in a store and somebody says, "What does that say?" And they either agree with it or they don't. Yeah.
Right, 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 right. Awesome.
Something, yes, yes. But yeah, I really want us to get together and just sit around, eat some good food, and make these earrings. I'm gonna have to buy some more because these don't have. It's not a lot in the package.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I want to make sure that we can all do like 10 pair of earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So give it some thought.
10 pair a
Look at
piece?
class, huh?
10 pair a piece?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Oh no. Oh God, look at
I'm
that.
watching you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Awesome.
I had to make a pair of this with that fabric. I had to. This is decoupage.
Oh my goodness. Uh, we be in trouble. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, this is what's so funny about, like the art is what I'm learning is like when I go up to the shop and I, show them if they haven't gone to the bathroom, I don't care if I know them or not. Go to the bathroom, go to the gallery. And so, and then I have the big thing that's on the wall and it's real big. So you you know, can't miss it.
Can't miss it. Mm-hmm.
And everybody has a different take on it.
Mm-hmm.
And where one was, and then the one that like my sister was saying, oh, I go in there the other day and one of Fane's friends said, now this piece right here, that gets me. The one that, the other one, why you do it like that and stuff. So I don't pay attention to no, and then they say, so what is that? Is that what? I said, well, whatever you say it is. Because I see, matter of fact, that this piece right here, they were saying, one was saying that it looked like music pieces. And then they
Mm-hmm.
describe that this is where they write all the music and stuff. And then somebody else said something else. And then all I'd say is whatever you see, whatever you see. I don't even go
Yeah.
into it. I wanted, I just, whatever you see. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you
Mm-hmm.
see.
Yes. 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 Oh.
So I am enjoying that. Thank you, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about
Yeah, but yeah,
mom
take this,
tomorrow time.
come over and I'll open the garage and you can go through stuff, get you a couple of big pieces of wood to work with and see what you come up with it, You do
Mm-hmm.
have a hot glue gun, right? You got a hot glue gun.
Mm-hmm. I do. That's how I was able to
All
do
right.
this.
Yeah.
All that is
So
that glue gun.
yeah, yeah. Since Swarovski crystal has stopped selling to the crafter, I wonder what's out there to take its place. Because I really love those. I love they're called hot fix because they're flat back. So I don't know if you could tell on her, she's got a little. I love crystals now. I wasn't into bling bling before, but a little crystal will really, and this ain't coming, this ain't going nowhere. Put you fix it with the little hot tool, and it's already got the glue on the back. And that I don't know what that glue is, but it don't go nowhere, nowhere.
So are you
So
putting the face on that or is that the face?
no, no faces, no. But what I did was I stenciled the fabric.
Stencil, say it again. You stencil what?
I stenciled the fabric.
Okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
stenciled the fabric before I
Right.
folded it up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can see, that's painted. Yeah. Because you know me, I had to jazz her up. Yeah.
That funky hairstyle, girl. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them are going to have hair and some of them aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are just going to, I'm going to really wrap the head with the fabric. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be 83 degrees today, y'all, in September.
Yay. It was at the what do you call it when you have one more summer before um
Oh, Indian summer.
yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
I wonder is it my she's gonna have to call because you're freezing up, and I'm gonna have to have Sheena call Xfinity and find out what's going on with
Mm-hmm.
our internet. She's supposed to have the highest that she can get because of her job,
Mm-hmm.
and it has never done this before, this much. It was really glitching on Tuesday evening. They couldn't even see my lovely face. I had to take my face off camera.
Oh my goodness.
So, do we
Good
have?
looking forward to that. When are you gonna do it, boo?
Hmm?
When you gonna set it? When's your date?
I gotta make a date.
Make a date, make a party.
Okay. Because you're gonna be out of town. You know what? Wait till you come back in town. So we'll do it in early October.
We're
I
gonna
want
have
the
to do
second week in
a
October.
Halloween party.
Hmm.
We're gonna do a Halloween art party. Gonna make
Oh,
the
that's
dolls and earrings.
yeah. Oh, then I need to get some Halloween fabric. Oh
Oh.
no, no. They can just draw their own. Draw their ghosts or yeah, because I'll be flipping through Facebook, is it the reels on YouTube, and this lady pops up on there, and I want to do rock painting, y'all. I want to do rock painting for the garden, with
Yeah.
the inspiration, with the words like love, faith, hope, or pictures, and you have to realizing you do not have to just go find a good rock. You can make your own.
Right. When I met well, actually Danielle as well. I no, I knew her, but at Peace,
Mm-hmm.
when I first got the space at the loft,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if you ever came when I was on the inside.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
how I met you with your 60th birthday party and everything. Yeah.
okay, and when I she was the first one to do one of those, and so it was a sister circle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she had rocks and stuff, told me don't do anything. And so all I had to do was just, she gave me go pick your rocks and write on them or paint on them. I was I was in there, man. I was in my world. I so appreciated her. I told her that because usually I'm working and making sure everything is running right and stuff, whether it's my event or not.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so like you said, those rocks, and then I actually I had four rocks, and each of them was an expression of who I am,
Mm-hmm.
spiritual, all that stuff. It was that one was for this, and oh man, I don't know where those rocks are right now, but
I'm
they've
gonna
been
as soon
years.
as I find them, I don't want to hold us any longer, but I'm
Oh,
gonna send you pictures of my because my girlfriend Sabra and her daughter, they are artists,
yeah.
but Mecca has not been able to indulge in her art like she used to. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna send you some rocks that she painted because she. Oh, I wonder, do I have a picture of because she went to Henry Ford. Was it Henry Ford? Is that an academy out there in Dearborn? I guess. And on the campus of the it's where they held that's where they were holding the Christmas festival. But I'm gonna see if her mother has because I have a picture of because she did, I think it was Joe Lewis, and she did a powerful drawing. And
Mm.
but I'm gonna show you her paintings on the rocks because she's real meticulous and finicky. And
Detail oriented.
yeah, and it's like Mecca's supposed to be relaxing.
Well, that's what relaxes her.
Yeah, but she's a really she could have done she still could do something if she I don't know. I'm not gonna place what God has for her, but I just know that they're both really, really good artists. And
Yeah.
and I asked Saber once, I asked her, I said, because she was gonna be a fashion designer. And you remember Kelly and Company?
Hmm.
She was on that show.
Nice. Hmm.
Yeah, showing her fashion.
Yeah.
And I said, you went to New York and they just crushed your spirit, didn't they? And
Hmm.
she said, yeah, because it was the fashion industry and you had to be a certain way and do a certain thing and do what they wanted you to do. Not they didn't encourage like Heidi Klum and Project One Way. They didn't foster your creativity. They give you some parameters and then you go for it. But I think in New York, it was like, you do it like this and we do it like that for a certain model and blah, 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 blah. And I think that's what it was. So she just kind of came back and just got her a job and been working ever since.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Ooh,
All
so,
right.
all right. It is 10:01, y'all,
Son of a gun.
on this Thursday. Um, you wanted to anything you got special for us tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Oh, yes, Lolly's Day. So I'm not sure
Okay.
what's going to happen, but it'll be good. And
Okay.
also, Sharonda had a sister named Tammy, I think. We were trying to get her on the show. I told her to check with you for
Oh, okay.
today because I think her thing is this Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the 20th. And
Okay.
Sharonda posted it. We were trying to get her on the show. So,
Okay.
um, yeah.
All right. Okie dokie. Well, let's give ourselves a hug.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Star. All quiet. Let's give the
Yeah.
world a hug
Oh, oh.
and let's sprinkle the fairy dust and take us out of the matrix and into the real world and all the blessings and that we can get out there.
All right.
All right. All right. Y'all have a good day. I love
Yeah.
you. Yeah, call me and come over and get some stuff.
Like I got some room. That's I got so much stuff in here. But yes, I will. Okay. Peace
All
out.
right, sweetie. Peace.